All right, so let's continue. So after you have identified the theme in your literary piece, which I asked you to interpret, and after that you have written your tentative thesis statement, then the third step in the process of writing your interpretative essay is that you need to think of the topic sentences for the essay. I'm sure many of you know that a topic sentence is usually the first sentence in a paragraph. So the topic sentences of your essay will give a kind of logical sequence of your interpretation. What is it that you want to discuss first? What is it that you want to discuss in the second paragraph, in the third paragraph, in the fourth paragraph, so on and so forth. So basically, once you have your thesis statement, writing down your topic sentences would mean that you are thinking about the paragraphs you are going to write in your essay. How many topic sentences you should write in your notes, depending upon how many paragraphs you want to write. Because you are right now at the level of taking down the notes, it is okay to write 6 to 7 topic sentences, even if eventually you will need just 4 of them or 3 of them. Now, the topic sentence would be, each topic sentence would be that one major point that you would like to use to support your thesis statement. Basically, in the rest of the essay, your job is to support your interpretation. Where is your interpretation? Your interpretation is in the thesis statement. How will you support it? With the help of the paragraphs that you write. What will be in each paragraph? In each paragraph, there should be a topic sentence. What will that topic sentence tell? That topic sentence will give a detail which specifically supports your thesis statement of the essay. If your thesis statement, for example, is that Andre's Mother, the play, represents the modern society of America, if that is your thesis statement, then your first topic sentence can be, the modern society is obsessed with death. That could be your first topic sentence. Your second topic sentence could be, the modern society largely is guilt-ridden, is obsessed with guilt, or is guilt-ridden, or suffers from guilt, or suffers from guilt consciousness, or is guilt conscious. That could be the second topic sentence. Okay, let's assume we just have 2 topic sentences. Then for the first topic sentence, just 1 sentence is not enough. Now is the time for you to expand that topic sentence into a paragraph. What will you write in the paragraph? In the paragraph, you have to support this point that modern American society is obsessed with death. How will you support it? You will support it with reference to that literary piece that you are analyzing. So you will go into details. What does Cole say? What does Penny say? What did their dad say? How do they talk to each other? Why Andre's mother remains quiet all the time? Why do they gather over there and keep talking about whatever they are talking about. Why do they hold balloons? What does balloon signify or symbolize? No, it is totally your own choice in terms of what you want to put in that paragraph. But you have to support this point that they were obsessed with death. They were over and over again going to the notion of death. You know, they were holding the balloon constantly in their hands. If the balloon stands for death, they were not for a very long time able to let it go. And the mother, even if she let it go, you might recall towards the end of the play, in the stage directions, we know that she continued to look at the balloon even if the balloon was flying away. So that obsession with the death, right? So you need to bring as many examples from the text as it is possible for you to support that particular point in the topic sentence. So all those topic sentences, therefore, will be for a paragraph, and each paragraph will be supporting your interpretation. And the interpretation remains the same. That is, that it represents the modern American society. You also might have noticed that in this kind of thesis statement that the play represents modern American society, nowhere in the play this expression has been used, modern, for example. That is why I said in the beginning that your interpretation is not a summary of the play. It's not the content of the play. Of course, you will use the content of the play to support your thesis statement and to support your interpretation. But your interpretation is not the happenings of the play. Your interpretation is your point of view. You build on the basis of that particular text. Each one of you will have a different interpretation of a text. That is why in literature, you name any classical text, for example, Shakespeare's Hamlet, which is a very famous play by Shakespeare, has thousands and thousands of interpretations available. You will actually find, millions of articles written about the same play. Okay, not every article comes up with a new interpretation, yet every article tries to claim that the interpretation in that article is unique. So even if it is not unique in each article, still you can understand how each writer or reader, when tries to write interpretation of a particular text, she or he comes up with a new or unique or a different interpretation, or at least she or he comes with an interpretation which is phrased differently, which is written in a different way. Okay. And your responsibility as a writer, if you hold on to English as a major, English literature as a major, your then cherished goal becomes, later on, to be able to produce interpretations of various literary texts in which you develop your interest. You will have a genre in which you are interested, maybe in poetry or drama or novel, whichever. And then within that genre, you will have your own time period in which you will be interested. Modern literature, classical literature, romantic literature, okay, and or contemporary literature. And then within that, you will have, certain authors you will be interested in. And you would like to write their interpretations from your own unique perspective. But that is at a later stage. I'm just giving you the idea of how important this kind of assignment is. That is in fact the real step towards what literature majors would try to become, which is kind of, independent writers in literature.